Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. Today is this is week 3, layout 3, and I'm doing a double page today. We're using the Good Vibrations kit from Pretty Little Studio, and I am kind of cheating. I am bringing in another piece of paper, and it is this ombre blue paper, which I believe is an old paper from Cartabella, if I remember correctly, but I'm giving myself this cheat because I don't use cardstock, so I don't have cardstock in my stash, which is something that we allow ourselves to add. I have white, craft, and black, and very little of anything else. So I'm calling this my cardstock. I needed something that was kind of a blue color, and so rather than taking a white cardstock and inking it all up, or having a solid blue cardstock, which I don't actually have, I am using this piece in its place. And then the rest of it is all from the rest of the paper is from the Good Vibrations collection. And I'm using this pink polka dotted side, and then I'm going to use the white that has the pink polka dots. So one has white polka dots with a pink background, the other one is the reverse of it. But that's what I'm using on this particular layout, and I'm kind of stretching it across both pages. I have some beach photos that I'm using today, which I don't know if that seems like this is weird paper for a beach, maybe, I don't know. In the photos though, it's definitely a California beach, which means it's not always warm. There's a lot of times that the beach here is cold. So I am in long pants and long sleeves. And I think my brother is actually in shorts, but he's quite a bit older than me. We've got a 6-year age difference. And I think I don't really know the date of the photographs that I have here because I don't have the layout in front of me. But I was probably about 2 years old. So he's probably about 8 in the photos. And so he's in his shorts and he is, playing on the beach and with a bucket and stuff like that. And I'm kind of just standing on the beach. So you'll see those in a minute. They're old photos that I am still working through, and I really like them. But in the photos, I mentioned I had long sleeves and long pants, but they're pink and red. So pink is what I'm going with. And I really like the way that it looks. There is a little bit of a blue hue in the ground, in the sand in these photos and in the background. And so that's why pulling in that blue really worked well for me. And then I pulled in this Hello 3x3, 4x4 card. Sorry, 4x4. And then I went to my stash of paper, just paper scraps, and that's what that heart paper is, and the one with the little diagonal hash marks that I've turned sideways. And then I went to my pink color bins. There was definitely no way I had enough ephemera in the kit for this particular layout. Not enough of things that worked well with it anyway. And so I pulled out those watercolor hearts, which are hearts that I made, just practicing and playing with watercolor and doing some doodling. I did pull out some wood veneer from MK's shop, the one that says Summer Vibes, and I thought that's super cute. I'm going to include that. And then I've got some flip-flops. I don't use the VW bus, but I do use these, the floral pieces. So it's kind of a little bit of a hippie vibe to it. And then the crab, I believe, is from another set of wood veneer. If these are available on her shop, I will put links down below so you can go and check those out if that's something that you're interested in. I do love the wood veneer. It does have a masking on the top that you have to remove. It just protects the wood when it is being cut from having any scorch marks. And then it is adhesive backed. It's also very thin. So I really like that about it. And so I'm going to go ahead and put those on this layout. I thought they were perfect given these are really old photos. That Summer Vibes has a retro feel to it, and I thought that was kind of cool. I did also use this piece that says the voice of the sea speaks to my soul, which I thought was great because it has the blue in it also, and it's pulling that blue down to the bottom corner. I don't use a ton of other blue. I pretty much stay in the pink family for most of everything else, although I will be pulling in some of the fiber that you see at the top of my screen on the roll there. and that's going to bring in some tan, which kind of plays off of the wood veneer, and I really like the added texture for that. And then I'm using another one of those circular little cut apart that were on the back of the packaging, which just says love you, and I think that's really cute. I am inking things up in black Sit Distress ink just to give a little bit of pop to everything. That castle, or that building, it is from a collection that had like some French stuff in it. I know there was like a poodle and I don't even know what else. It was really old and I never used the building, but to me it looks like a sandcastle. So that's why I'm using it, in case you're wondering why that's going on there. It's been in my stash for ages. I just never had a reason to use it. And when I flipped through my pink bin of ephemera, I was like, oh, you know what? This looks so sandcastle to me. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And I think the key is to use several different shades of pink to kind of pull everything together and have those colors represented in each one of the clusters. And that works for me when I do a monochromatic layout. That's the way my mind works. And so in this case, I think it does work. This is a chipboard piece that I'm inking up. It's really old, also probably from I'm going to say a Prima collection, but I couldn't guarantee that. All of these ephemera pieces are super old. That little camera that you see there, I'm going to pop the lens off of the camera and I'm going to replace it with an enamel dot, because the lens actually looks like a cat's eye, and I don't know, it's always been a little bit weird to me. So I pop that off. I also pop off the big piece of foam that's on the back, which means the strap comes off. I put two much thinner pieces of foam on the back to hold the strap on, and the strap being a little bit of like a leather look to it. I don't know that it's real leather, but it has that leathery look to it. Kind of plays off of the browns that I'm bringing in with the wood veneer and with that fiber that I'm using. The fiber is from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if it's available. I bought it over a year ago, so I'm not sure if it's, actually I probably bought it 2 years ago. I don't know if it's still available or not, but I really like it. I think it looks really cool. And then I'm just removing the masking off of these flip-flops. I think are really fun. And I'm going to go ahead and pop those down here on this little heart and just bring a piece of wood veneer into each one of my embellishment areas. And then while I do all of that, I want to remind you to go and check out MK's channel, as she has a layout for you today also for Kit Conspiracy, which is a project the two of us do together twice a year in April and November. We use a different kit each week, and we try to make as many layouts out of that kit as possible. And it's always fun to see how the other person uses it, because our kits are identical and our brains work completely different. So you're going to get a lot of inspiration, and it's all going to be different. It's always fun to just see what the other person has come up with and what spoke to them in the particular kit that we're using, and how they ended up using the products to work for them and their photos. So we do have a Facebook group for that, and the link is down below. You can go and check that out. The kit is probably still available in her shop, and I'll put a link down below for that as well if you're interested in purchasing the kit. And we do usually post what kits we are going to be using at least a month, probably 2 months in advance, so that if you want to play along, you can pre-order the kit. Or if you already have the kit, you can use what you have. You actually don't even have to use the kit. You can use whatever products you want. You can do your own counterfeit kit, and that works too. We're always happy to have people join in and try and stash bust a kit over the course of a week. So it's lots of fun, and we just really have a good time with it. So again, I'm just inking up everything, and that takes me a little bit of time, but I think it's definitely well worth it. Now these pieces that I'm messing around with down here, the label is from this collection, and so is the circular label up at the top. But the other piece is like a little envelope with a note card, and it says love notes. I just covered up the notes with the good vibes, or the summer vibes wood veneer, and letting the love part show, as well as a little heart off of the little love note. And you can see it in the bottom corner there, and then building up a little spot to do a little bit of journaling, which again, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it because I don't have a whole lot of recollection about this, but I will be checking with my mom to see if she knows which particular beach we're at. And actually, my husband might know. We might be in Santa Cruz, but I'm not 100% sure. My husband may know given the boardwalk behind us or the pier that's behind in the photos. So, not that he was around back then, but he does know the California beaches pretty well. So I will be checking with him and with my mom. And then this little frame piece that I had in my stash, I did put a little bit of that fiber behind it. And I pulled off the foam pieces that it had on it because it had really thick foam, and I used a little bit thinner foam. One of the little wood veneer hearts came off of it, and I will be adhering that back on with a little liquid glue and adding the little pink heart gem that it came with right back to it, but over the top of the fiber, which I think is super cute. Adding the little watercolor hearts allows me to pull in multiple shades of pink because they have that ombre feel to them, and so I think that really helps the layout. And plus they've got that black sketchy border that around them, so adding the black soot distress ink around everything else really just made sense in this particular case and really helped it to kind of pop and come alive. I did have a little extra fiber, and I am tucking that in underneath the sandcastle looking piece over on the left or right hand side, and then I'm going to add a little bit of white splatter to my blue sky, and then I'm going to call it done, you guys. I think that is pretty much all I did. Oh, it looks like I added some splatter to the other embellishment areas as well. But I'm liking how that looks. I hope you do too. If you did, or if you do like it, I would love for you to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to go and check out what MK's got going on her channel. You can find her link down below, and you can also feel free to join our Facebook group if you're interested in Kit Conspiracy and want to play along or know more about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got questions or comments, leave those down below. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And I always read my comments and appreciate the time that you guys take to drop me a note or even just watch my channel. So I really do appreciate it. And it means so much to me, you guys. I can't even tell you how much. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. See you then. Bye-bye.